All right, are you guys ready to send it? The finals are here. James Deane, Frederick Osbo. Who's coming out on top? Can James Deane make it a perfect event? He qualified first, and now he's going against Osbo. On three, we'll yell send it as loud as possible so they can hear you all the way at the start line. Again, on three. 1, 2, 3. Here we go, James Deane throwing down Frederick Osbo in chase. The lights are on. James Deane goes into that outside zone. Frederick Osbo, a little bit shallower line, but look at that chase game. That's what he's talking about. Dialing that in Japan. And now, look at both of them going around that front clip. Frederick Osbo knocking it over in that second outer zone. Now transition, into the touch and go. Touch and go they do. Stay and go is more like it. And across the finish line. Well played, gentlemen.
Well, last year, Osbo mentioned many times how much he loves driving against James, and they went back and forth. Osbo attacking on the chase, maybe a little bit shallower in that first outside zone, but Deane out front leading a great pace. Here's Osbo closing the door into that second outside zone. Now Deane transitioning right up against a wall, but Osbo is there, catches it, and both drivers flying through the finish line. See, there's Osbo a little bit tighter on that first outside zone, but the rest of the run, great mimic here. Deane, incredible job. Osbo a little bit on the inside of that second outside zone. So we've seen 2 points of difference there that James Deane and his spotter can attack in the chase position.
Yeah, if Deane's spotter was, obviously they're watching it. If they were paying attention, they would say that you really just need to dig deep and get the back end of that car in those outer zones. And also, Osbo hit that front clip, but again, that proximity, that's where he really shined. So.
Yeah, that's what I'd be saying. You fill that first outside zone, fill that second outside zone, and stay on proximity. And you got this thing. It's easy. It's easy.
Said than done.
It's so easy.
Dude, you got this, bro. All you need to do is do this. All right, we're going to yell send it maybe for one last time. Are we going to get a victor? We've seen multiple one more times. I mean, the caliber of driving we've seen today has been insane. And again, on a new track, we see Frederick Osbo and James Deane on three. Yell send it. 1, 2, 3. Osbo will now lead James Deane giving chase. Osbo whipping it into the outer zone. Comes up a little bit short there, Ryan. James Deane has that proximity. Zeroing in and on in. Let's see how they do on that front clip. Both of them on it. Some separation here between Osbo and Deane. And now into that final touch and go. Do we have a victor? Look at that. Bringing it across the finish line. Make some noise, St. Louis.
Oh,
you were the giggle factory lately, Brian.
It's just, the sport is so crazy. Osbo initiates. He comes off the zone a little bit early. Deane right through the smoke line, following him close. Osbo transitioning into the inside clip. Deane falls back. He loses a little bit of ground to Osbo. Could that help go back into Osbo's favor? Osbo up against the touch and go. Deane closing the door. And the run is over. So we saw Osbo miss and not be as deep on those first two outside zone in his chase. But Deane falls back, loses some ground to Osbo, who does fill that outside zone in his lead. Deane comes back, closes the door right there through the finish line. And a doozy on our hands here in Madison, Illinois, just outside of St. Louis. James Deane, Frederick Osbo. If Osbo wins, he secures a solid lead in the championship. If James Deane wins, he will get 20 more points than Frederick Osbo. It means we are going to be so close. So close.
Yeah, James Deane, fourth in points coming into this round. James also qualifying better, so separating himself there. He's the #1 qualifier. But you saw after, if we have a winner, we'll send them down in front of the stands and we'll announce it. All right, looks like we do have a winner. We'll send them down in front of the bleachers.